Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, the manhunt for a suspect accused of the man suspected of shooting 2 Southgate police officers is over.
The alleged gunman was on the run for several hours. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack joining us live with the latest on this. And how are those officers doing, Jessica?
Yeah, I just checked in about an hour ago with the director of public safety here in Southgate. They were treated at the hospital, released this evening. They are resting at home with their wives. One, a 10-year veteran with the department, another, a 5-year veteran with the department, both coming from Detroit Police. Now, we want to talk a little bit about that suspect, 20-year-old Jeremiah Kemp. He's known as a frequent flyer to law enforcement here in Southgate. They've had multiple run-ins, but today when they got a call of a man with a gun at this apartment complex that we're standing at, they were definitely surprised when they were almost immediately met with gunfire. That 4.5-hour manhunt that you mentioned ended here where the shooting all started. Kemp was allegedly holed up in an apartment. He went into custody without incident, and he is now at Southgate lockup.
Clearly has no regard for human life.
That's how investigators describe 20-year-old Jeremiah Kemp. They say he ambushed police, shooting 2 Southgate police officers in the legs after they responded to a man with a gun call here at the Reserve apartment complex in Southgate.
The suspect then apparently fled, jumped out of a second-floor window and from the apartment and is on foot.
Southgate Director of Public Safety Joe Marsh says the officers are both okay, treated and released back home as of Thursday night.
They're angry, obviously. They both just got shot. They were at 4 o'clock. They were almost through their 12-hour shift, but they're good.
The cavalry was brought in, the suspect armed and dangerous. A shelter in place for residents in the area of Northline and the I-75 overpass for about 4.5 hours. A grid search with upwards of 75 officers, from locals to the feds, canines, and air support.
We were just trying to zero in on him, and there was a apartment that was of interest to us, and you know, that's where we found him.
It's unclear if he was with people he knew or just random folks harboring him. He was taken into custody without anyone else getting hurt.
I'm going to send those officers that photo because I know that it's going to put a smile on their face to see their brothers and sisters in law enforcement, you know, coming to their rescue.
Still an active scene out here at the Village Green Apartments in Southgate off of Northline. Officers processing the scene where they found that suspect. We checked in with the Director of Public Safety earlier today, see if there was anything outstanding regarding the investigation. They said they're still looking for the gun that was allegedly used in the shooting earlier today. It's possible it is in that apartment. As I said, they're still processing it. But if he happened to dump it somewhere in the neighborhood, if you find it, you're asked to call Southgate Police. For now, reporting live in Southgate, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Oh, it's nice to see all those agencies that are working together and able to bring this to resolution so quickly. But Jessica, you know, it's interesting. The suspect apparently didn't think that he would be discovered or police would even look so close to the scene. But hey, there he was.
Yeah, that's just it. Everyone was kind of going in the other direction, and he sort of circled back. And while they were using canines and doing a grid search within the apartments, that's how they found him. So a pretty incredible sight to see. But 4.5 hours isn't bad in terms of getting him into custody after that shooting.
Police work at its finest. Jessica Dupnack reporting live for us. Thank you.
Well, Dearborn Police concerned tonight for a mother of 3 who disappeared without a trace.
Investigators say she dropped her kids off at the McDonald, told them she'd be back, but hasn't been seen since. Fox News' Dave Kinchin has more on the push to reunite the young mother with her family.
Take a close look at these images from a security camera system. Dearborn Police say they showed Tyra Charnay Bailey last seen with their 3 young children inside this McDonald's on Wyoming near Castle Street around 10 a.m. Wednesday in Dearborn. Investigators say the 28-year-old mother told the kids she was going to the grocery store and would be back for them soon, but she's been missing ever since. Family members say she's homeless and suffers from a mental health condition that requires regular treatment. Detectives say she was last seen wearing a black zip sweatshirt with gray sleeves, gray sweatpants, and pink shoes while carrying a large black bag. Dearborn's police chief tells Fox 2 in a statement, "We are concerned for the health and safety of this mother and urgently ask anyone in the community that may have information on her whereabouts to help reunite her with her loved ones." If she looks familiar in those pictures, if you might have any information that might help police piece this together and locate this mother, Ms. Bailey, you're asked to call Dearborn Police. That number is 313-943-2241, 313-943-2241. In Dearborn, Dave Kinchin on the Edge.
Traffic flowing like normal again on part of westbound 696 near Warren after a rollover crash shut down the freeway at Hoover for hours. We're told a semi lost control, hit a wall, and rolled over, scattering shelves onto the pavement around 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can see crews hard at work to clean up the mess. One driver walked away with just minor injuries.
There is a kind of a rough core has sought this place out primarily late nights and the weekends. That's not there during the other hours of the operation.
A major blow to a popular bar in Taylor. The city's mayor has suspended the business license of Big League Brews for 60 days. The move follows a shooting last weekend in the parking lot. The victim in that case is in stable condition. Taylor police say they've responded to more calls at Big League Brews compared to other bars across the city. Employees at the bar say they're blindsided by the news they're closing for 2 months.
I literally live across the street in the neighborhood, like a block into the neighborhood, and I've never in my life been afraid. They're making us out to be something that we're not because of people and their actions, grown men making these decisions.
The business license suspension starts next Friday. As for the shooting, police arrested the suspected teenage shooter and 2 others, but are looking for one more suspect. None of the 4 suspects is from Taylor.
All right, turning to the weather, we got rid of the rain, but now we all are getting ready for a heat wave.
Some of us like it. The 90s are coming as soon as this weekend. And Weather Authority Rich Luderman giving us a look, Rich.
Yeah, there is some big-time heat on the way. We're also dealing with these spotty storms. Some of us had some brief heavy downpours this evening. You can see a few more storms up over Lake Michigan, also around Traverse City. Let's zoom in with Sky Tracker and show you most of the action is on the Canadian side of the border. Still a few showers along the St. Clair River. Also there approaching Cleveland over Lake Erie. 1 or 2 showers near St. Clair shores as we speak. We're not expecting severe weather overnight. It was a strange day today. It was chilly and damp this morning. Then late this afternoon, the sun came out. 75 the official high. Look at Chicago. 10 degrees warmer at 85. That's where we'll be tomorrow. Here are the numbers at the airport, 75 and 63. Rainfall total in Romulus, just 1/10 of an inch. Some places got a quick 1/2 of an inch with some of those evening storms. Right now, pretty quiet out there. A lot of us in the mid-range of the 60s, not much wind to speak of. How about these numbers? 51 in Sault Ste. Marie. That's chilly. 74 Chicago, 67 to our south in Columbus. And here's that big blast of heat. It's out west, but it is coming our way. Tomorrow we'll feel it. Saturday we're going to be up near 90 degrees. It gets even hotter Sunday and Monday. You'll see this frontal boundary that's going to be in the vicinity of our area tomorrow. So 1 or 2 spotty storms are possible Friday afternoon and again Saturday morning. And then that front lifts to the north as a warm front. Then it just gets plain old hot. You'll see it in the 7-day. A stray thunder shower still possible tonight down to 61. Tomorrow's a warmer day up to 84. Can't rule out that stray storm chance. And then right there, the 7-day, 91 Saturday with a morning storm possible, then 96s for Sunday and Monday. Tuesday, just up into the middle 90s as well. Route tearing a full check at 4 a.m.
All right, Rich, thanks. Well, yesterday's storms have come and gone, but the damage is done for one Mount Clemens neighborhood.
Yeah, neighbors there were left with flooded basements, and the cleanup's going to be pretty expensive. Fox 2's Lauren Edwards is there.
Completely flooded. Completely flooded.
Wednesday's storms didn't just flood Parkview Street near Madison Avenue and Mount Clemens. It flooded Jeffrey Taylor's basement.
Can't stop it. Look at this. My finished, beautiful basement. It's horrifying. And there's no way to stop it because it's coming through the toilet. And it's happened multiple times in 30 years I've lived here.
What was coming through the toilet, he says, was sewage backup.
Oh my Jesus.
He wasn't the only one on the block dealing with it.
When the tornado siren went off, I called my kids and we were heading to the basement. And as we were going to the basement, we heard water.
Gina Boykin says her entire basement was flooded, water coming from the sewer drain. She had to toss out her furnace and hot water tank and tidy up the mess left behind.
I got kids, so I had to clean a lot of bleach and disinfectant and a lot of water. I was able to get most of it up, and I used my carpet cleaner to suck up water in my basement.
That's going to cost me over $1,000 to have somebody come out tomorrow morning to clean that up.
Tommy Graysick says he's not looking forward to the bill, and insurance won't cover much. He says folks on the block have contacted the city for help multiple times.
It backs up, backs up, backs up. They know because the city comes through here. They were here last night, driving through here.
Fox 2 reached out to the city of Mount Clemens, and they praised their crews for mitigating the flood. They stated, quote, homeowners and business owners who had flooding issues related to the storm are encouraged to reach out to their insurance carriers for assistance. The city is working to connect those in need with available resources. Neighbors say they hope to see the city come out again to ultimately solve the sewage problem.
We're just looking out to see if we can get some help here. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, every neighbor on the street.
To read the full statement from the city of Mount Clemens, just head to fox2detroit.com. Reporting here in downtown Mount Clemens, Lauren Edwards on The Edge.